Well, hello, beautiful people. Bradley Page here, professional marketeer of property for the Dowling Property Group, reconnecting with you again for my February and March update for the 2304 postcode and the 2298 postcode in Newcastle, New South Wales, plus some bonus information for Maryville, Tyshill and Carrington residents. What I'm going to fill you in on today, ladies and gentlemen, is the amount of properties that have sold in those suburbs, the highest sale price in that area for those 2 months. I'm going to give you a case study of one of my listings that I recently sold, and I'm going to give you my little market updates and where I feel that the market is going to be going. So let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Mayfield, 31 properties sold in the last 2 months, highest priced sale, 42 Havelock Street for $1.59 million. Mayfield East, 8 sales in the last 2 months. Highest price sale, 14 Holt Street for $1.05 million. Mayfield West, 6 sales. Highest price sale, 32 Carindota Street, Mayfield West for $870,000. Warrabrook's an interesting suburb because it's either a feast or a famine. What I mean by that there, we get a lot of listings or we don't get any at all. There's actually been 12 sales in Warrabrook. Highest sale is 18 Dianella Court, beautiful little cul-de-sac area there overlooking the lake for $1.1 million. Then we get into Tyshill. Tyshill, there's been 4 sales registered. Highest one is 50 Elizabeth Street for $1.53 million. We go into Maryville, 9 sales in the last 2 months. The highest sale is a beautiful townhouse, unit 6/40 The Lane, Maryville, for $1.476 million for a townhouse. Sensational result. Carrington, there's been 5 sales in Carrington. Once again, townhouse, unit 31/1 Forbes Street, $1.4 million for a townhouse. We get into Waratah, 2298 postcode. Highest price sale in the last 2 months, 31 Ty Street for $1.51 million. A beautiful Federation style property with all the high ornate ceilings. Georgetown, 9 sales there in Georgetown. Highest sale there, 2 David Street, Georgetown for $1.25 million. Then we go into Hamilton North. Hamilton North is a bit like Warrabrook. It's either a feast or a famine. There's hardly any properties actually come on the market there in Hamilton North. Very sought after area and location. We actually listed a beautiful property down there in 15 Thorn Road that actually had a sale price of $1.55 million. Now we get to my case study, ladies and gentlemen. Number 77 Crebit Street, Mayfield. Beautifully presented property. I actually had what we call it was an auction campaign, but our auction campaign's a little bit different. It's what we call a for sale now or by auction on campaign. That means, ladies and gentlemen, when we hit the go button and we go live to all the real estate portals, we're on the market now, straight away. Even though that we have an auction date booked in, we have our pre-purchase pest and building reports and we are set to go. We are open to receive offers from day one. Now, obviously, I'm unawares of where the reserve price is going to be. All right, let's make that point perfectly clear. I don't know that until the day before the auction. So we started receiving offers, mate. I had 65 inspections over a 2-week period. That was 3 open homes for those 65 inspections. They were all finance approved, ready to go, and we negotiated a deal, ladies and gentlemen. It was on as a price guide, $1.1 to $1.2 million. I put a deal together inside 2 weeks, exchanged unconditionally, it means under auction conditions, for $1.275 million. Outstanding result. So what does this mean now? Let's a call to arms and what seems to be happening now out there in the marketplace. The market out there at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, is definitely softening. Not softening so much in the price, but certainly softening in the amount of inquiries. That's simply because of supply and demand. Over the COVID period, we had very, very low supply, But the demand, ladies and gentlemen, was extraordinarily high. So you couple that with low interest rates, people wanting to relocate, and that was exacerbating the price explosion. We're not having that now, ladies and gentlemen, because there's actually more stock on the market. The actual auction clearance rate from this last weekend past is 69% in New South Wales. 12 months ago, there was 800 properties actually going for auction. All right. Last weekend, there was 3,500 properties in New South Wales going to auction. So that is just a phenomenal turnaround. So that means that the same amount of buyers are there. That means that they've got more to choose from. So therefore, it's going to take a little bit longer to actually sell. Now, my call to action to you, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Over the last 12 to 18 months, what we call the window of opportunity has been well and truly open. That means that basically on a monthly basis, sometimes weekly basis, properties were just increasing exponentially. I'd appraise a property for 800,000. The next month I'd be calling up and saying, hey, Bill, I said 800,000, but look, there's been a property for sale around the corner there that went for 875. Very, very similar to yours. Mate, that's what I feel we can get. So then Bill will then hold off, and then I'll give Bill a call at 2 months' time and say, well, look, I said 800,000, then 875. Now I'm saying 950, all right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, the window of opportunity now is closing. It is half shut, basically. Why? Simply because we've got obviously a war going on between Russia and Ukraine. We've got high oil prices. We have interest rate talk of interest rates increasing, and ladies and gentlemen, my specialists in my area are saying that interest rates are probably going to be going up in the next 2 years, approximately 1.7%. So they will go up. It's just a matter of when. And then obviously we're going to be having a federal election here in May. So those four things are all culminating now in a softening of the market. So if you have an investment property or you are seriously contemplating wanting to do something, let's start the conversation today, where I can actually explain to you what your property is currently worth. And then I can then work with you if you need a little bit of painting, if you need a little bit of maintenance done up in order for it to get it on the market. Because I am dealing with a lot of potential vendors. They are sitting on the fence. They are going to be doing something, but I would say let's do something sooner rather than later. So therefore, we can still lock in that premium price rather than waiting for 12 to 18 months when the market may soften around about that 10% mark, 10 to 15% mark. So instead of telling you $1 million, mate, that 10 to 15% brings that down to 850 to 900,000 price guide. So let's do something now. Let's start that conversation and let's start the ball rolling. If that appeals to you, ladies and gentlemen, please get me on the phone. 0403 496 891. Either call me or text me on that number, 0403 496 891. Or shoot me an email, bradley@dowlingpropertygroup.com.au. And let's book in a day and a time that best suits you, that we can start that conversation, and let me help you get some of the prices there and some of the results that we've been able to achieve for our past vendors. Once again, that phone number, 0403 496 891. Let's start that conversation now about all things real estate. So that window of opportunity that is still open at the moment isn't well and truly shut by the time that you decide to put it on the market. Thanks for listening, ladies and gentlemen. Bradley Page, professional marketeer of property for the Dowling Property Group. Thank you.